We take great pleasure in awarding this year's National Book Award in Young People's Literature to Neal Shusterman for Challenger Deep.
Wow. I finally achieved my father's dream for me, to be an NBA star. I don't know how the judges did this. The field of books for the finalists everything was so different. It was like comparing apples to oranges, to grapefruits to pomegranates to shape-shifting bananas. I'm just thrilled. There are so many people to thank, starting with my editor, Rosemary Brosnan, who shaped this book and took this bizarre story and helped me make it something that the people could read. Everyone at HarperCollins, and really every editor in my career who has shaped me as a writer, from David Gale to Stephanie Owens-Lurie. Everyone in my career, a career is made from so many different people helping you and believing in you. From my agent, Andrea Brown, who believed in me since she hates when I say this, since I was still in college when I wrote my first book, and came back to her years later. And she has just been there supportive. She has been a friend as well as an agent. Everyone else in my career, Debbie Dubel-Hill, Steve Fisher, Trevor Ingleson, Shep Rosenman, Lee Rosenbaum, Gia Palladino, Eric and Jan Elfman, Lloyd Segan, so many people, my kids, Brendan, Jared, Joelle, and Erin. But for this book, mostly Brendan, who, when he was in second grade, did an ocean report on the Marianas Trench. And I learned with him that Challenger Deep is the deepest place in the world. And I thought, Challenger Deep, what a great title for a book. For years, I had no story. I just had the title, until Brendan was a teenager, and he started having some problems. He started to have anxiety that got worse and worse. He started to believe things that weren't true. He started to have hallucinations, and over a very brief period of time, fell off a cliff into a place that many people have trouble coming back from. He was diagnosed with different things, for everything from psychotic depression to schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder. But those labels for mental illness, they're just labels. It's so free-flowing. It presents differently for every patient. And in the depths of his illness, when he really couldn't tell the difference between what was real and what wasn't, he said to me, "Dad, sometimes it feels like I'm at the bottom of the ocean screaming at the top of my lungs and nobody can hear me." And I knew what Challenger Deep was going to be about. But I couldn't write it then. It took years until he was better, until he was thriving, until he was in a much better place and had come back from the depths, that I asked him if I could write a book about mental illness. Not about him, but about a kid who was going through a lot of the same things that he went through. And I took artwork that he did during the time that he was struggling with that, and used it to help shape the fantasy sequences of the book, and wove them in with real life, and worked with him every step of the way. And the response has been amazing. It has been a healing process for both of us. It's been a cathartic experience going out there and sharing this book with people and hearing how it's affected people, and hopefully it will continue to help people and affect them in a positive way, to open up a dialogue about mental illness, to remove the stigma of mental illness, and to show people who are suffering that they are not alone. 1 out of every 3 families in this country face mental illness in one way or another, and we have to deal with that. We have to accept that, and we have to open up and talk about it more so that we can understand it better. And I hope that this book helps to do that. I also want to mention that Brendan's doctor, Dr. Robert Woods, who the book is dedicated to, is here tonight with us. He flew out from California to be here with us. He helped save Brendan's life. and it means so much that he's here. But most of all, Brendan, this is yours as much as it is mine, and I'd like you to come up here right now and share it with me. Come on up. This is yours too, Brendan. Thank you. Thank you all very, very much.